Ayodele Perosu, member representing all the characters of Bauchi State constituency. 2. Mr. Speaker, my people asked me to vehemently speak in favor of this bill. Mr. Speaker, this is a bill with human face, a bill that stands to settle a lot of crises in the housing sector. Mr. Speaker, the major problem of the housing sector is the agents. The agents will make you to pay multiple rents, multiple prices. Most of the times, a landlord will fix a price for AYZ amount, and the agent will further increase this amount, and sometimes will tell you that this is what they are going to pay for the rent. And they will put it on the landlord. Mr. Landlord, we have asked this tenant to pay this amount, and the landlord needs money. He will just accept. That is what Deltas have been suffering from. Mr. Speaker, what bothers me most in the activities of these agents is most times the activities are often shrouded with secrecy. You don't even know the identity of a landlord. Who is the landlord? They will tell you who is the landlord. They say, pay. You don't have right to speak to the landlord. You cannot even see the landlord. What you are often asked to do is to, this is the account number, pay. And amount to be given for you for an agency fee. Sometimes they will just call the price 1 million naira for a household. 2.something million, an agent is giving you 1 million naira to pay. That is where, and it's an aberration, and it's unacceptable. So what we are doing here is to do good laws for Deltans for today and for tomorrow. It's what we are asked to do. And Mr. Speaker, this is a good bill. The bill is unambiguous and it's very good for everybody, good for the landlord, good for tenants, and also for the agents. So it's a win-win-win solution for everybody. Mr. Speaker, I just want to lend my voice to this very beautiful bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much.
Of agents, landlords, and tenants. Mr. Speaker, all over Delta State, you will agree with me that
just 1 minute. Sit down.
Speaker, I will get on it. My name is Honorable First Assessing Trauma.
I am Honorable Engineer Emmanuel Namata, member representing the good people of Patani State Conference. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to second the motion as moved by the leader of the House. So second.
My name is Honorable First Assessing Trauma. Mr. Speaker, I represent the South. Mr. Speaker, let me first and foremost commend the lead sponsor of this bill. Mr. Speaker, I refer to this bill as the people's bill. Because, Mr. Speaker, for those of us who are active in the social media space, when the first reading of this bill was introduced in this house, there was celebration all over the social media. And not only that, just this morning when I was coming to work, one of my staff reminded me that this bill is coming up today. That it made me to add my voice to it. As a matter of fact, because of the importance of this bill, it became imperative for me to add my voice as well. And let me align myself with the member representing Bututu and those who have spoken before me. Because one of the reasons is this: for some of us who are public officers, every day we receive messages from our people. All they talk about is our strength. I'm not doing that. As a matter of fact, in Delta State today, you have so many cases of tenant and landlord, even at our committee level here in the House of Assembly. On these rules, Mr. Speaker, I want to encourage every one of us to support this bill. It's good, it's fine, it's just fine. It's the right thing to do. On behalf of the people of Willie South State constituency and those that are working in this house shelter, because I know they are present in this bill, is ask you to support this bill. And I thank every one of us here. I want to encourage every one of you to support this bill. Thank you, and God bless you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Kakule James Ogoye. I represent Oakland State Constituency. Ordinarily, I would have said everything because much has been said about the merits of the bill. But Mr. Speaker, I'm very much interested in part 4 of this bill. Because when you go around during raids, most of the hideouts for criminals are usually one room or 2 rooms being occupied by infants, that those below the age of 18. This bill clearly defines who is an infant. It says an infant, as stated in clause 2, an infant is any person below the age of 18. I witnessed a raid in my area where a house was raided, a room, and all the 5 boys that were arrested were below 18 years. And these are people who are involved in hard drugs, who are involved in armed robbery and other crime. My joy is that this bill, clearly stated in part 4, clause 21, sub 1 to 4, clearly states that you cannot, as a landlord, grant tenancy to anybody below the age of 18. Which means, for you to do that, there must be an adult that will guarantee such a tenancy. If there is none, you are not permitted by this bill when passing to law to deal with an underage and infants. That will make children to stay with their parents. How can you are not in school, you are not in any trade, you are not staying with your parents, yet you have an apartment. A landlord will give you a house, you pay rent, you stay comfortably to plan crime and other evil activities. And so I'm very much interested in this particular aspect of the bill. And so it's on these notes that I want to wholeheartedly support this bill. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Member.
Colleagues, Honorable Augustine Moroyi JP is my name, representing the entire people of Forest South. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon on behalf of my entire constituency to give our full support to this bill. Mr. Speaker, the essence of we giving our support to this bill is one, just like what the previous speakers have said. We have 3 very necessity to life, 3 very important elements that are necessary to life, which is food, housing, and clothing. And if government don't regulate these areas, if we leave it today, the strong will suppress the weak. And in a society where you leave the strong to suppress the weak, that society becomes a very, very unequitable society. And if you look at this bill, there is protection for the landlord, there is protection for the tenants, there is also protection for the agent, because agency is also part of survival. So on that premise, Mr. Speaker, we want to support this bill because the housing sector must be regulated. And it takes a lot to build a house. And with the present time, people want to survive. If you leave it for just agents, they are hustling to survive, They not build though, but they will capitalize on that leverage that is given to them to manage your property on your behalf, to exploit the man who wants to come and rent that property, capitalizing on his sickness. So, Mr. Speaker, for that purpose, I see the essence of governance in this bill. And I want to thank the lead sponsor, though I'm also a co-sponsor in this bill, for thinking about it and also bringing the bill, a 48 years old bill that was established long ago, to bring it into the present day trend is something that is very commendable, and that is why we are here to make laws to represent, protect, and promote Deltas. So on behalf of my entire people of my constituency and my very good self, I want to lay that emphasis again that we give our full support to this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, member representing Warwick.
Actually, member representing the good people of Ichioku West constituency. Mr. Speaker, I want to personally thank the lead sponsor of this bill because I am into rental and apartment service. You see, I have a house, I built it 2010. As I talk to you, no, the tenant don't pay rent. In fact, I decided to transfer the house. And because we are politicians, when you have a house, they say, I don't want to pay because we'll vote for you tomorrow. So with this bill, it will help all of us. And I believe the rules are there. So this bill is a very technical bill. My constituents have asked me, even before today, that I should give all my support to this bill whenever time it comes up in the floor of this house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. May God bless you.
And dear colleagues, Honorable Ebitomo Anthony Alapawa is my name, and I represent the good people of the 2 state constituency 1. Mr. Speaker, first let me thank the lead sponsor of this bill, because this bill is timely. Mr. Speaker, those that have spoken before me, most will say the agents alone. Some of the landlords are purely wicked. You will see where a landlord, the children are the agents and the owners of houses, where increments will be done on a monthly basis. In 2015, I wanted to rent apartments in Bel-Air Estate for a DDP. A phone. Mr. Speaker, it will surprise you to know that the agent is the first son of the landlord. The facilitator of the agreement is the second son of the landlord. Everything goes back to one account. I built that 3-bedroom apartment
in 2015, $1,500,000 for 1 year. I stayed there for 2 years, though for my other wife. So one good day, I was lucky and I met with the landlord. I now told the landlord, I said, landlord, why are you treating tenants like this? I am a landlord like you. Go to my upstairs, all my buildings here, with modern facilities. All these days, my 2-bedroom apartment goes for 250,000 naira. No agents. If agent is breaking you, I will ask the tenant, did this man charge you for agent fee? If the tenant says no, it's okay. Go and pay the 250. If you have anything to touch the agent, touch it. Now, these landlords, some of them don't fly at night. They fly in the afternoon. They have their own level of operating, while the agents too have their own level of operating. Some landlords will force the agents just to export people, like the honorable member representing Ondokwa East. They say most of these people, the casualties, are the civil servants today. So, Mr. Speaker, I have the mandate of my people to support this bill wholeheartedly. And my wife,
Leader of the House.
and my wife, I am a very proud man.
Member representing
Mr. Speaker, I have the mandate of my constituents, though my wife too are my constituents. I have the mandate to support this bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Member representing
Field Rent Control and Recovery of Residential Premises Law 1977 and establish the Landlord and Tenant Law of Delta State 2025 and for other connected matters. Second reading.
And everyone that has lended their voice to support this bill. Well, personally for me, I see this bill as like a deliverance bill because the bill especially unveil the evil person between the tenants and the landlord agents. Because from the operation of agents in Delta State and even several parts of this country, they operate even more powerful than the owner of the house, thereby causing serious trouble between tenants and landlords. I was somewhere one day, so it was like a show, and I heard one of the comedians saying, the debt that wants to kill me should go and kill my landlord. Or the debt that wants to kill you, that is screaming, wants to go and kill you. So I now asked the guy, what happened? These are the series of troubles that this bill has come to cure. There is no way this kind of bill will be debated too hot in this house, but I will not lend my voice because even today I have sent money for rent. It's a usual thing. So what this bill has come to do is it's a deliverance for me, it's a deliverance for the tenants, it's a deliverance for the landlords. A lot of tenants wait for their landlord to call all these things. That's why you can't just imagine the ugly old thing, in this area of our lives. So I really want to thank everyone that supported this bill.
mandate of my constituent. In fact, they are there in my office. They are waiting for me. Say if you don't speak, maybe they will call me. I can speak on this bill. I'm very happy for the appreciate this. The new sponsor. So besides me, that's why I was present today for this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Honorable colleagues. First, Obaro Kofa is my name. I represent the great and wonderful people of Ogoni North constituency. Mr. Speaker, the great Ogoni Kingdom is attached. An issue of rent that come up every day in that town during the war. So this bill, timely, as my constituents accord that this bill, after the first reading, why is it taking so much time? I said no, it will come up very soon. Because the reading, they are waiting for the bill to come so that they can see the relief and see the impact of the representation. And they said the day that the bill will call for debate, I must leave my voice. Mr. Speaker, today I'm very happy that this people's bill, as presented by my colleague, which I have done as well, is coming up today for them. Mr. Speaker, a look at the bill, particularly part 4, created a contract, a contract to create a tenancy. Mr. Speaker, clause 31(1) of the bill talk about the remedies for breach of contract or sublease, where intended tenants contact a landlord or his agent to pay for an apartment. Most of the stories that come up after the payment, the tenant will not get the apartment. Then the tenant will keep running after the agent. Before they come back, the apartment will be given to another tenant who will pay more or for one reason or the other. Before to resolve it, you see that going to police, involve going to police stations and all that. But this bill has prescribed the remedy where the tenant is in breach of such contract or the tenant that is in breach. Those remedies, as he said, by the sponsor of this bill, are very germane and came to assist everybody that want to come into the contract or the relationship of tenants. Mr. Speaker, also in part 6 of the bill, we talk about the type of tenants. Mr. Speaker, this is another angle that really worries tenants. Most of the time, a landlord who built his house may want, not really for the money, as rightly said by one of us here, our colleagues, to help tenants, help people in their consequence. To say yes, because accommodation is very important. Leave my apartment out for a term of 1 year. But these agents, we go out and be asking for 2 years or 3 years rent ahead. These bills have come to cure that bad conduct of these agents. They give the tenant the opportunity to meet with the landlord and the opportunity to negotiate within his financial capacity. I need a 1 year rent. I need a 1 year apartment of a yearly tenancy, not tenancy, not sublease of 3 years or 2 years. It's a yearly tenancy, and we will be paying for that 1 year. Not after agreed that we are defining it as a yearly tenant. With your proposed tenancy agreement, you are now asking for rent that covers various terms of tenancy that are yet to come in the future. Mr. Speaker, this law is timely and is for the interest of all delegates. And I have the mandate of my constituents to support this bill and urge all my colleagues to support this bill for speedy passage of this bill. So on this note, I urge all my colleagues and I give thanks to the bill sponsor for leading us right. It's really a capacity leader. Thank you, our leader.
Mr. Speaker, for giving the opportunity for us to come today and debate this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and for this. Thank you.
Thank you.